Do you happen to know the words to the Maryland state song?
No.
Have you heard it before, Maryland, My Maryland?
No.
Are you familiar with Maryland state song?
No, ma'am.
The lyrics at all?
No, not really.
Have you ever heard it sung anywhere?
Just before the first time, as you mentioned it to me.
Most Marylanders don't know the words to our rarely sung state song. Are you familiar at all with the Maryland state song?
No.
What about you?
Maybe if I heard it, I would recognize it.
Performed at big events like Preakness, Maryland, My Maryland is not a popular tune amongst the populace. What's the title of the Maryland state song? It has the word Maryland in it.
It does.
Robert Wallace has at least heard of the song and the current plans to change it.
I'm familiar with there's some questionable words that people would rather see changed.
You do know about that?
I do.
Delegate Karen Lewis Young researched the song and its author, James Ryder Randall. The Maryland native wrote the 9-stanza poem in 1861. He refers to President Abraham Lincoln as a tyrant and celebrates the Confederacy using words like Northern scum.
It was not unifying, it was divisive, and it didn't celebrate all the good things about our state.
Last year, an advisory group reviewed the song and agreed, adding a list of recommendations.
One was do nothing for 10 years. Another one was use the Star-Spangled Banner of the state song because that was written by a Maryland resident. And another recommendation was keep the third verse of the current song, which really isn't that controversial.
That third verse would be coupled with another verse from a poem by John T. White.
Interestingly enough, those two verses, even though they're from different authors, when you put them together, they flow very nicely.
I mean, whoever sings the third verse of any tune anyway? How do you ever get to that one?
The General Assembly adopted Maryland, My Maryland as a state song in 1939, but because of its divisive and sometimes offensive lyrics, there have been efforts to change or replace it. 7 attempts to be exact, but so far none have succeeded.
People say, oh, you're trying to change history. We're not changing history.
Senator Ron Young says the 2-verse tune is a good compromise, and that's the bill he plans to cross-file in the Senate.
I think if we don't go in with one recommendation, it'll get all tangled up and die again, and I really want to see it change.
And even though I couldn't get either legislator to sing on camera with me,
You don't want me to sing. I'll break your microphone and your camera.
I did find a few willing participants in Annapolis. Maryland, avenge the patriotic gore that flecked the streets of Baltimore. I'm Yolanda Vasquez for State Circle.